Welcome, people of YouTube. Gash here again today. Thank you for joining me and thank you for clicking on my video. So it's been a while since I've sat in front of the camera because I've taken a little break and decided to work on myself a little bit. And when you go through transformation, when you go through stages in your life, you do need to take time for yourself. And if I'm not feeling up to the video, I won't sit down and click the record button. I want to make sure my heart's in it and that I'm feeling it and I'm feeling good in myself. And that's how I feel today. So today we're going to be talking about mind control. Now if you don't notice this, if you don't see it, then maybe this video will help you see it. So this is based around COVID-19. Now I don't really want to make a video about this, nor do I want to really talk about it, but I had to because it's something that I've noticed. Now this is a documentation from my personal opinion. This does not reflect anything, you know. You can even call me a liar, you can even think that I'm talking Google, whatever you want to think, but this is my documentation, my realisation that I've seen throughout this pandemic. So mind control, how does mind control work? So mind control, if you have a solid foundation within your mind and you're quite aligned, it's very hard to control you because you're balanced, you've got yourself in check. You know, you can't knock somebody who's balanced internally, you can't knock them off focus, you can't even knock into them or even like get inside the head. You're not going to work because they're in tune, they're fine, they're balanced, they're aligned. So mind control, how does that work? You have to implement something that breaks up their mind, that breaks up their focus. Fear is the biggest one because our brain is programmed for survival. It's programmed to seek danger. So if you implement fear within a society, their mind breaks up, they're in a state of survival, you know, they're easier to control. People are easier to control in a state of fear. Why is this? Because when they're in a state of fear, they're looking for safety. So if you provide a solution, if you provide safety for them, they will be easier to control. They will listen to you because you've given them danger. Oh, my life's at risk. So how about we've come up with a solution? The solution is, you're not allowed to go here, you're not allowed to go there, you have to wear a mask when you're doing this, you can't go see your grandma, you can't go do this, you can't go do that, you're allowed to sell alcohol here but you're not allowed to sell alcohol there. All these rules and regulations. And people just go, yeah, no worries, we'll do that. That's because they're in a state of fear. A mind that is in a state of fear is easier to control. It is receptible, it accepts control because it doesn't want to have this fear anymore. People who are in a state of joy, in a state of harmony, in a state of love, they won't want this they won't want this control, they won't want the fear, but they won't want this control. They will notice the control, as I have myself. Because I don't get scared by COVID-19, because I don't get scared about what the news tells me to be scared about, I notice where this control is. And it's quite evidently shown. You know, we've got tier 1 categories, tier 2 categories, all these different things. I can't follow it, I don't watch the news. But, you know, it's control. And if you can't see that, then maybe you should start paying more attention to what's actually happening. Let me break it all down to you like this, and this may make more sense to you. So it's not just a wild F the government hippie going on and a wild one. Are the people who are telling you about COVID-19, are they coming on your TV screen and saying, right guys, this is the problem we've got? Are they presenting it in a calm way? Are they presenting it in making you feel safe? Are they making you feel like everything's under control by them? Are they making you feel like they're taking care of you? I'll let you answer it. The thing is, when COVID-19 broke out, and still to this day, everything is so hyped, everything is so intense, it's so, whoa, it's mega, you know. Hang on a minute, mate, we've got more people dying of car crashes, we've got more people dying of smoking, we've got more people dying of cancer, we've got more people dying of different things that already exist, but COVID-19 is so hyped, it's so concentrated, because it's affecting us all, because we're being controlled by it. The element of control has come through a disease. What's the scariest thing to a human being? Is something that can kill them that they can't see. If, you know, a tiger's pretty scary, but you can see it, so you know, it's, all right, there's a tiger, whoa. COVID-19, it's invisible. You can't see it, it's a disease. So it makes you feel even more worse because now you can't see the danger. So when you're going about your business, it could be anywhere. It could be all around you. It could be in that person. It could be in that person. It could be in this person. Oh God, let's wrap his faces up. You know, this is how the state is going. You know, let's bring a bit of balance. Let's bring a bit of control and a bit of, you know, stability in ourselves. Because at the end of the day, to deal with anything in life, any situation in life, is it best to go in a state of wild, unfocused fear? Or is it better to stay controlled and go in a state of step by step? A bit of reform, you know. Gain a bit of control with yourself. Stop letting this big fear-mongering vampire that's sucking all the life out of everyone. You know, don't allow it to do it to you. Rise above it. Because at the end of the day, life goes on. You know, even though people are getting affected by it, yeah, okay, that's fine. But, you know, people get affected by other diseases, they get affected by everything, you know. So it's important to keep your head above board. Yes, there's restrictions happening, but all that does for me is when restrictions come into play, and fair enough, it takes a lot of fun away from a lot of people. I know a lot of people that like their nightlife, they like to go out drinking. You've got to ask yourself why these things are being taken away. You know, it's making people desperate for this thing to end, you know, so people will start doing anything for it to end. So when the vaccine comes, when the control comes, when the police state comes, when the Big Brother society comes, when the George Orwell comes, that's when you'll realise what this was all about. And like I say, it's not just a wild hippie talking all this tinfoil hat stuff. Just do a little bit of research. You don't even have to do the research. Just turn on your TV, turn on the news, and watch with an open mind of how things are being projected. And when you watch things with an open mind, you have to watch things energetically. What is the energy that's being provided? When you have a leader who's really solid, you know, calm, loved, but happy, people will feel that. When you have somebody who's implementing fear, you'll feel that. So pay attention, listen with your third eye, just trust me, and you'll see what I'm talking about. As I always say on this channel, peace and love to anybody watching this. Make sure you take it easy. Don't let COVID-19 get you down. I know mental health and people with mental health problems has took a massive bashing with COVID-19. And, you know, I'm a big supporter of the Reach Out movement. Make sure you're talking to your friends. Keep in contact with everyone you can. Make sure you keep in contact with your loved ones, even your older generation. Try and keep in contact with your grandmas, your nans, your great uncles, whoever you have to do. But just remember that we're all in this together. And the fear shouldn't push us all apart. Just remember that. Yeah, man.